Important. Please note that none of the parties involved in this content are certified to provide any business, financial, or investment advice. Please make sure all of your actions are based on your own decisions and your own decisions alone. Hey guys, welcome to EverOrg. Today we have Pete and we're going to be analyzing Maxx Chewing's online fitness business. Hey Pete.
So Max, how you doing?
I'm doing great. So Pete, you're a fan of Maxx?
I am a fan of Max.
What separates him from the others?
He's hysterical.
Okay, so he's fitness comedy?
Fitness and comedy. Yeah. Fitness and comedy, business as well. He's very good at business and cars as well. He's big into Jeeps, right? So he
Mm-hmm.
customizes his Jeep Wrangler. This video he shows right here has a Jeep SRT. If we leave this video running, you'll see his Wrangler. It's pretty crazy actually.
Yeah,
He actually
I
does
like
some
it. I already like the comic. The title of the video is "Spending Lots of Money."
Uh,
Quite
he
literally.
uh, he's very good cinematographer. He's very good at editing as well. So if you
Yeah.
like good cinematography on very simple material, he's the
Uh-huh.
guy to watch.
Okay. So his niche is pretty much fitness comedy.
He's a fitness comedy, yeah, but he dabbles into business and just very good filmmaking, right? He's a
Hmm.
vlogger.
Yeah. Okay. I love his name, Everforward.
Yeah, it's
Very
amazing.
similar to EverOrg. So tell us about the economics of his business. Can you give us a brief business analysis?
So I can give you a business analysis on how much I know he does, right? So he has his YouTube channel, right? Let's bring up Social Blade. Let's just see how many views he gets per month, right? He probably does honestly a little bit better, like in the views department than Christian Guzman even. Um, he focuses, I think, more on YouTube than a lot of other people he will hang out with, like Christian, because it has to be a main income source for him. So Social Blade shows 3.3 thousand in the last 30 days, but somebody like Max, I think he can average that five to 10,000 also, right? Because he pumps out a lot of content, and per video he'll get close to 100 to 150,000 views, right? So you can see the
Mhm.
last couple of days he's been kind of low on those videos, but those video views. But there are definitely months where he has significantly more views here. Just
Mhm.
looking at his monthly gain video views, right?
Mhm.
So he hits that 500K mark one, two, three, four, like 5 or 6 times, right, over the course of his span of YouTube. But he hovers between that. What does that say? Video views. I'm sorry. That's a 1,000K and 1,500K.
So
So
that's
yeah,
1 million, 1.5 million.
yeah. So exactly. So to me, he's good in that 1.25 million range, right?
Okay. Yeah, so he probably makes a few $1,000s a month on AdSense. It's nothing
Yeah, so it looks
substantial.
like it actually looks like the last 3 months he actually hasn't been doing as well on YouTube. But
Why do you think that is?
before that, he was getting close to 1.25 million views a month. So yeah, so he's probably at that 10K a month, right, for YouTube. What do you think?
No, probably lower because let's say he does about a million views a month, a few dollars, like let's say $5 CPM, probably about a few $1,000s a month, maybe $5,000 a month, maybe. So around there. So his AdSense isn't too substantial, but good for like a decent living. But I don't think he relies on AdSense much. One, because it's volatile, and two, because he has multiple different businesses. Can we talk about that?
Sure, yeah. So he has Ever Forward, which was a business that he named after his late father, right? Named after a saying his father used to tell him. He, for a funny guy, this is probably his most serious endeavor, right? He's the guy on the left. So that's Christian Guzman, right? So he's friends with big time fitness influencers who know what they're doing in the fitness industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
He sells apparel, right? He's more on that old fashioned type looking apparel, less on the sports apparel looking. He sells chinos and bomber jackets on top of his fitness apparel, right? He sells stuff that he likes. He sells belts, and so he's more on the fashion end of the apparel. So
What's
his
the price range?
say it again.
What's the price range of his
I
clothes?
think
Is it
one of those
luxury?
jackets probably close to $100, like $85, right? And you can always
Mm-hmm.
check on his website. He's
Mm-hmm.
not going to do as many sales as Alphalete, right? His warehouse is about 4,000, 5,000 square feet, so he's not. So yeah, that gray tech jacket, $75.
Mm-hmm. So let's say the average sale is about $100. He has about 100,000 followers, about 1 million views a month. Let's say he gets 1,000 sales a month.
Okay,
I think that's very fair.
that's fair.
Very fair.
Like 100,000
1,000 times
followers.
100 does 100K in revenue every month. Is
I can
that
see
fair?
that. Just from ever forward, yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. So with 1 million views a month, but yeah, like 1,000 people buying something every month, I think that's very fair.
That's fair.
1% of this number even. So he definitely can like pocket like tens of thousands of dollars a month on his own.
Sure.
But I don't know if that's conservative. I wouldn't be too surprised if he does. So if he does 1,000 sales a month, that's 100K in revenue. Let's say 33% profit margins. Yeah, between his YouTube and his merch, he definitely could bring home tens of thousands of dollars of profit a month.
Sure, but
So
then
I
you also
totally
know he
respect
has
that.
sour strips. That's probably bigger and better than even ever forward, right? So sour strips is fairly
Really?
new, actually very new with 65,000 followers, right?
Yeah.
Um,
First of all, the design. Whoever does his design needs a promotion. Like
so
whoever is in charge of his marketing and branding.
so he does his own marketing and branding.
This, I mean, this is gorgeous. Like, look at
Yeah,
this web design. This
yeah,
is the perfect website for candy. Like,
yes.
perfect.
The guy knows
So,
what he's doing, and he loves candy. So this business, this is the type
mhm,
of business like 3D Energy that will go mainstream, right? That
really,
yeah, for sure. He's already getting it in stores in Texas, right? So right now he's selling it on a launch to launch basis just because I think it's impossible to have a huge stockpile of this right now for him just because he doesn't make the amount of money you need to have a stockpile, but he's setting himself up for a lot of success, right? And this company, I'm going to say, probably makes similar money to Ever Forward.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, like a $30 pack. Let's say 1,000 customers a
So
month.
it's $30 for a 10 pack, right? But you have
Mm-hmm,
to remember that a 6 pack, whatever, is $20.
mm-hmm,
I'm going on here and it's very exclusive. I'm buying $60 worth of this because I'm not getting it for another month.
mm-hmm. So, does he do scarcity on purpose, or you said he just?
They do, yeah. So
Yeah,
he has him and Christian do this as a
joint venture.
business model. They force scarcity
Ah,
so people buy it.
so is
And
this a
and
common?
you can just tell he is so good at picking the beautiful models and so good with his color coordination that like
Yeah,
he's great at what he
yeah.
does.
He uses like art on a higher level than other fitness influencers we've seen.
Yeah,
But
he is an art.
so one cool thing, he seems to be the only fitness influencer that does junk food or fast food.
Yeah, he's the only fitness influencer that sells candy.
So, this could be proof of concept for people who want to go into the fitness influencer space and don't want to bother with merch, maybe. Like, I've never seen this before. This seems so anti-brand, but he pulls it off.
Well, it's anti-fitness brand, but it's 100% Maxx Chewning.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch him, you know that he loves sour candy and he's goofy. And this entire page is candy and goofiness.
Hmm. Very interesting.
So
Interesting.
I'm gonna
And
say probably right now, just knowing how many influencers he's put out, he probably has a close to a $30,000 to $50,000 a month revenue on sour strips, but the
mhm,
margins are probably a little bit lower
mhm,
because his design and branding and his packaging is probably very expensive because he hasn't done it to scale yet.
mhm, mhm.
So
Yeah. So
I'm,
probably the most notable thing about him, just from a purely financial standpoint, I'm not a fitness analyst like you, but I'm just like so intrigued that he can make junk food work and a fitness brand work. Like this is such this is pretty like fairly enlightening to me that he can do this. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like, cause if I was a fitness brand or you asked me to invest in a fitness company and somebody did something like this, it would be it would make me a little insecure. It would make me a little self-aware because like, wouldn't you contradict your brand? You know what I mean? But like, he does seem like he's pulling it off really well. Like, I appreciate how he's using his authenticity. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Like,
Yeah.
I've never seen,
Awesome.
yeah, like I've never seen a fitness influencer monetize junk food. You know what I mean? So, what other business analysis can we dive into here?
So he also sells Ghost supplements, right? And like Ali Bessie, he's one of the three people that I personally use, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I can't see him making more than $5,000 a month really on Ghost supplements. The good thing about Max is that he is one of the only two people that Ghost has ever done exclusive flavors with.
Wow.
So him and Christian have their own exclusive flavors. So he is a huge, huge part of Ghost's marketing. So
Mm-hmm.
he could make more than $5,000 a month on Ghost. It's just that he's much smaller than the Christians
Mm-hmm.
and the such for Ghost, right? But Ghost uses people like Maxx Chewning to build their brand very well, and he's amazing. He really is
Yeah,
amazing at branding.
I see a lot of fast food content here. Like, this is like he really, this is cool. Like, I appreciate the juxtaposition between the fast food and the fitness. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, he does not look like he takes himself seriously, and like his personality kind of flows into his brand, where his
yeah.
brand is about fitness, but because there's junk food and all that, like it his brand doesn't take himself seriously, akin to the way he doesn't take himself seriously, right?
Yeah, so the financial lesson to learn here is that you're gonna make your best money being yourself.
Yeah, being authentic. We see that a lot. We see that a lot. We tend to notice that, I mean, almost always the people who perform the best are uniquely authentic, right?
Uniquely authentic.
So, is there any other points that you think are significant? If you were investing in his brand, what are some questions you'd ask?
So I'm a numbers guy, right? I want to see the financials. I want to invest in Sour Strips, right? If I had to pick
Mm-hmm.
one of his companies, how much money are you spending on marketing, right? Can an influx of the amount of money I can give you make you 10, 15 times more money? And if it could, what would you do, right? He's got marketing
Mm-hmm.
down pat, right? Because like
Yeah.
in reality, he doesn't need my money to market. Does he need more product? Does he need what? I would ask him what you need really, because he is to me an amazing influencer. It's just that he doesn't grow at a rate I think he deserves, and I want to know what I can do to help him. Right? What my
Why do you think that is?
He's not sexy.
Hmm.
He's
You
in
think
a
so?
he's in an industry
Mm-hmm.
where sex appeal sells,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not 6 foot, 210 pounds, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
selling candy, pizza, cars, and deadlifts, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
you want him for your entertainment level, not because he's sexy, right?
Okay. Okay. So you think that like sex appeal helps a lot in the fitness space? You think?
Unfortunately, yes, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
probably less about your business sense and more about how you look for the first year or two.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Any other analysis?
His dog is great.
All right. Very
Financially,
cool.
financially,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him probably at like a $300,000 to $500,000 a year profit from
Mm-hmm.
all of his endeavors in business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say he probably doesn't take more than about 100 to 150 grand a year in salary from that 500.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for a fact that he reinvests his money into his businesses. So
Mm-hmm.
probably even less than six figures for now, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
living comfortably, right? You can tell that he doesn't worry about where he lives or what type of car he drives. He has two cars that are worth close to 100 grand in total combined. So he's not suffering. But those things could be bought also by your companies. They're considered tax write-offs. So I'm putting him at about 150 grand a year, right? That's what I think. I don't think he's really too extravagant.
But he seems like he has insane potential. I think he's going nowhere but up.
Yeah, absolutely not. Nowhere but up.
Okay,
He
but can
surrounds
you
himself with
explain this though?
people.
Why are his views going down? Like
Um,
it's such a significant steep. Like his subscribers too. Like it's a bit worrisome though.
it's probably the type of content that he's creating right now.
Okay.
Um, he's definitely focusing on business instead of creating content, right?
Uh huh.
You have two full-time businesses, right? And your YouTube is more or less your marketing platform, not really your revenue platform anymore.
So
So
you
he's
think
just
he's like going down? Maybe like since 2017, he's been steadily going down. Though. You think it's because he's focused?
between
He's
2017 and September of 2019, those 2 years, it was pretty steady. So it's really the last like 6 months where I know for a
yeah.
fact he's been focusing on his sour ships business, right?
Uh huh.
And in reality, let's lose 3 grand a month on YouTube to make 10 grand a month on sour ships. It's a good trade-off.
But what about the brand awareness? So you think it's like as an analyst, you think it's best for him to focus on the strips and a little
Sure.
less on YouTube? But
Yeah.
it doesn't
So
look like he's not uploading a lot. It looks like
no,
he's
no,
uploading
he's
a lot.
uploading on YouTube because it's part of his job as a vlogger. But his expertise, you can tell, is Instagram marketing, man. Like, and I think someone like Maxx Chewning needs to double down on his Instagram game, right? His Instagram
Really?
has the same number of followers as his YouTube, right? He's clearly not focusing on YouTube to make him his money.
I don't know. I don't know if I would agree with that. I think he definitely is focusing on his YouTube channel. Maybe the algorithm is pushing him down. It might not be him at all. It maybe just be like the algorithm pushed him towards this side. Maybe the fitness like niche got more competitive and like the algorithm hasn't helped them out as
Maybe.
much. You know,
So
something like that.
same boat. I think he's in the same boat as your Christian Guzman here. The last 3 to 6 months, they've all kind of been working on Alpha Land. He's going to
Hmm.
have a stake in Alpha Land. His store will be in Alpha Land. His
Hmm.
office will be in Alpha Land. So his time
Really?
and money has definitely gone into sound ship. So you just because you're uploading videos doesn't mean that like you care about pushing them as
Hmm.
much, right?
Hmm.
So his moneymaker, he's betting on sour ships. I can guarantee it.
Yeah. And
But
what
he loves
about?
YouTube, so he's going to continue to do it.
Yeah, dude, his videography is amazing.
It's amazing. But he's
It's
also making a
probably
lot more videos about cars. You have
yeah.
300,000 subscribers who like fitness. No one cares about cars, right? I do, but
So
I'm
you
one of
think the
those.
diversification of his businesses, the diversification of the content is kind of working against him a little bit views wise,
Potentially, right?
but it's all worth it in the end because
For
he's just
him.
building the businesses that he
For
thinks are
him,
going to
for him,
run
I
the
think he's
house.
using YouTube as a platform to just enjoy himself and make a little bit of money.
Hmm.
But his end game is running a sour candy company
Wow. And Alpha League.
and Ever Forward.
And well, what about I mean, sorry, and Alpha Land, right?
Alpha Land, no, Alpha Land, he just has his own office space and his own retail store. So he's not running Alpha Land. He just owns a part of it in a sense where he's probably something of the along the lines of profit sharing with Alpha Land to make sure he has a stake in just a storefront.
Does he have equity in the company?
Probably not. Christian Guzman likes to do things alone, right?
Does he? Is
He
that
does.
like is he like open about that?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, okay, okay.
Like
He's like a wolf.
he made it a big thing to tell everyone that because it was huge with him, but he made a big thing to tell everyone that he invested only his own money in all of his startups.
Wow, very impressive. Very impressive. Any other closing thoughts?
Nope, that's it for me, man.
All right, awesome. Guys, make sure to check out the rest of our fitness playlist on YouTube. Hope you liked our analysis. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.